Hi guys, my name is Lillian and this is a chair yoga sequence. So we're going to start by just sitting in your chair. Make sure your feet are firmly planted onto the ground. If you're sitting back and you're short like me and your feet would dangle, make sure you just sit forward on your chair. So you just want to make sure you're planted well onto the ground. Bring your hands onto your thighs. You can either have your palms down or you can have your palms up. It doesn't really matter. Keep your shoulders nice and loose. And close your eyes. And drop in. Forget about what you've done earlier today, what you have to do later. And just concentrate on your breath. Take a nice, big, deep inhale. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Take another one like that. Inhale. Now seal your lips and start to take nice deep breaths in through your nose, out from your nose. Take another inhale and exhale. We'll start with some 4-part breath. This is called samavriti in Sanskrit, or equal parts breathing. So take an inhale for 4 counts, and we'll take an exhale for 4 counts. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Take another round or 2 on your own, feeling the way the breath moves through your body and comes out through your nose. Now open your eyes. And we're going to start by just moving around with our fingers and our toes. So first, just bring up your right leg and move it around any way you want. Move the ankle around. You can move the knee around a little bit. Flex your toe, point it, bring it up and down. Take a couple of movements here. If you're going around in one circle, just make sure you go around in the other way as well. So getting out all the little pops and creaks. And then bring that foot down. We'll do the other side. Bring your left foot up, move it around, swirling around the ankle, flexing the toes, pointing the toes. Maybe move around your knee, one direction and then the other. Anything that feels nice here, just a couple of more movements. And we're going to start now. I'm going to move my chair so you can see. And of course, you don't have to move your chair at all. I'm going to start with some heel and toes. So with an inhale, you're going to raise your heels. And with an exhale, lower them. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming up onto the balls of your feet. Your heels are coming up. Exhale, lower them down. Feel like you're moving through water, or maybe even through molasses. So you're trying to resist the air as you move. Take one more. Inhale and exhale. Now we'll do our toes. With an inhale, lift your toes up. Exhale, lay them down. Inhale, move your toes up, maybe even up onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, bring them down. Again, feel like you're moving through water. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale, spreading your toes out wide so you're not curling them up like claws. Down. Last one. Inhale and exhale. And we'll bring our heels up and we'll stay for 5 breaths. So feel like you're like standing on stiletto heels. Whether you're a man or a woman, it's kind of tough. You're pressing down hard onto the balls of your feet and onto your 5 toes on each foot, leaving your heels all the way up. You should feel a nice stretch at the back of your calf. Another 2 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Bring your heels down, and now we'll lift the front of our feet, the toes up. You can leave the balls of your feet on the ground, and you can bring the balls of the feet up as well. And again, you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs for 3 more breaths. Spreading your toes out wide, especially trying to spread out the little pinky toe so it's not curling in. 1 more, inhale and exhale. Now bring your feet down, your hands on your lap, on your thighs. And just take a breath here, feeling the effects. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to do the same sort of movement, but with our fingers. And I'm going to sit in front of the chair so you can see, because when I lift my hands, it goes above the frame. So you're going to take your arms out like they're goalposts. Your fingers are pressing, spreading out wide, and they're all 10 fingers are pointing straight up. And with an inhale, you're going to lift your hands up and then bring a fist and bring them down. Then exhale. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now you can do this in the chair, obviously. I'm just doing this so that you can see my fingers. And exhale. Now with an inhale, lift your hands up. Try to straighten your elbows, all 10 fingers pointing straight up. We're going to stay like this for 5 breaths. You can look up if you'd like. You don't have to. You can look straight. You're reaching your fingers all the way up. Take another 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale, spreading your fingers out wide, especially your pinky toe fingers, and exhale. Now make a fist, bring them down, and we'll stay like that for 5 breaths. Trying to make sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders so you're not sinking down or you're not raising them up. Trying to make as if your hands are like a goalpost, like football goalposts. Take another 2 more. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Now come back with your hands down onto your thighs. Take a rest. Take an inhale and exhale. Now we're going to move into something called Warrior 1. For this pose, you're going to come up to the edge of your chair. I'm going to come a little forward so you can see. You're going to bring your you're going to slide forward so you're on your right side. You're going to bring your right foot, so your foot is right under your knee, and you're going to bring your left leg out straight, pressing into the pinky side of your left foot. So your left leg is completely straight. Your right foot your knee is bent right over your ankle. You're trying to bring your hips square to the right. So you're going to feel, if you put your hands on your hips, you'll feel that your right hip is a little bit in front of your left, and you're trying to, with your hands, try to self-adjust yourself to try to get your hips square to the right. So you want to pull back on your right hip and forward on your left hip. Now you can stay like this, or if you'd like, you can bring your arms up to the sky and look up at those hands. In all cases, you're trying to have a nice little arch in your back here. You're trying to press your pelvis forward. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. So if your arms are up, you're reaching them up to the sky. Your fingers are spread. You're looking up at the hand. Say that's 2. In all cases, you're pressing down on your feet, especially the outside edge of your left foot, to try to keep that left leg really well engaged. 3, 4, 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands down if they're up. Come back to center, and we'll switch to the other side. So you're going to swing your knees over to the left, coming to the edge of your chair. Your left leg stays exactly where it is with the left ankle under the left knee. You're bringing your right foot out, so your right foot is long. You're pressing into the pinky side of your right foot. You bring in your hands onto your hips, and this time you might notice that your left hip is a little ahead of your right, and you're trying to square them this time to your left, so you'll pull back on your left and forward on your right hip. And look, you can either look straight or you can look up and bring your arms up for 5 breaths. Now, try to make sure that that knee is right over the ankle. You just don't want your foot behind your knee. You can have your foot a little bit ahead of your knee, just not behind it. It's a little bit not so safe for your knee that way. And you're pressing into that pinky side of that right foot to keep the right leg really strong. We'll take another 3 breaths in this direction. Your hands, your elbows are straight. You're reaching your fingers like you're going to brush them against the ceiling. And there's a nice slight bend in your back. You're trying to square your hips to the front of the room. To the side. One more, inhale and exhale. Bring your hands down, come back to center, sit back in your chair, and just fold forward, folding over your feet. Now you can bring your hands to the floor, you can bring your hands to your ankles, or you can just ragdoll and let your hands lay, floating them down, and just relax. Coming back to that nice deep breathing, in through your nose, out through your nose. Take another inhale and exhale. Now we're going to come into a pose called Warrior 2. And in this pose, you're almost the exact same feet as Warrior 1, but your hips, instead of pointing to one side or the other, your hips are going to stay forward. So again, you're going to come out to the side, to your right side, bringing your right foot right under your right ankle. Your left leg comes out strong, but instead of pulling your hips to the right, you're going to bring your hips so they're coming forward. So your hips are now parallel to the front of the room, or to maybe to the back of your chair. You can think of it that way. And your arms now go out into a T. So, and you can look out over the middle finger of your right hand, and you're reaching your hands in both directions. We'll take 5 breaths here. And again, your right knee is right over your right ankle. It's just not, your foot is not behind your knee. It can be a little in front if you'd like. Your left leg is as long and straight as you can get it, and you're pressing into the pinky side of that foot to keep that leg really well engaged. Your upper body is right over your hips, so you're not trying not to lean back, or you're trying not to lean forward. Trying to keep your body right over your hips. We'll take another 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale. One more. Your arms are straight. You're reaching in both directions. Exhale. Now come back to center. Bring your feet together, and we'll switch to the other side. So again, you're sliding this time to the left. You're planting your left foot so it's right under your left knee. You're reaching your right foot out long, but this time your hips are parallel to the front of the room. They're not to the side. And your arms are coming out to a T. Warrior 2 in this direction. And your right leg is nice and long. Your elbows are straight. You're looking over the middle finger of your left hand. Take another 4 breaths here. You're trying to keep your left knee right over the left ankle. Say that's 2 more. Inhale, nice deep breathing. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center, and then just fold down your rest. Releasing, feeling the effect of those poses on your hips. Come back up. Take a nice big deep inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your hands, drop your shoulders, and just rest. Thank you.